In the storm of modern life, where confidence feels fragile and comparison gnaws at self-worth, there emerges a powerful question. How do we build unshakable confidence in a world that constantly tells us we are not enough? The philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche believed he had an answer. He called it the Übermensch, the Overman, a higher individual who rises above conformity and becomes a creator of his own values. But the Übermensch is not some mythic hero or untouchable god. It is an ideal of what you can become, a way of living that builds confidence so strong, so deeply rooted, that no social pressure, no criticism, and no storm comparison can shake it. Today, let us step into Nietzsche's world. Let us uncover how the Übermensch teaches us to rise above self-doubt, and how you, too, can master your storm by embodying the philosophy. Confidence is often mistaken for arrogance or performance. Many think it is about appearing strong, winning approval, or having more achievements than others. But Nietzsche would laugh at this, because what most call confidence is actually dependence, a fragile mask built on the shifting opinions of others. Look at the world around us. Social media feeds overflow with images of success, beauty, and wealth. Every scroll whispers, you should be more, you should be better, you should be like them. This is the storm of comparison. It drowns the individual. It steals inner strength and replaces it with borrowed standards. And in this storm, confidence collapses like a house built on sand. Nietzsche saw this problem in his own time. He saw people bound by the values of the crowd, living not by their own light, but by borrowed lanterns. He called them the last man, comfortable, mediocre, living in fear of stepping outside the herd. But to stand above the storm, Nietzsche proposed the Übermensch. The Übermensch, often mistranslated as Superman, is not about physical power or domination. It is about self-overcoming. The Übermensch looks at the values society imposes: success, beauty, approval, and dares to ask, are these truly mine? Or have I been conditioned to believe in them? Instead of living as a prisoner of the herd, the Übermensch creates his own values. He says, I will not measure myself by their yardstick. I will carve my own path. I will define what excellence means for me. This is not arrogance. It is liberation. Confidence, then, is not the absence of fear. It is the presence of authenticity. And the Übermensch is embodiment of authenticity lived fully, even against resistance. Why does this matter to you? Because confidence is not built on comparison. It is built on self-alignment. Think of a tree. If its roots are shallow, any storm will topple it. But if its roots dig deep into the earth, no wind can shake it. Your roots are your values. If they are borrowed, if they belong to society, peers, or strangers online, then you will always feel unsteady. But if your values are self-created, if they spring from your deepest convictions, then your confidence becomes unshakable. Nietzsche's Übermensch does exactly this. He digs deep refuses to live by shallow expectations, and grows into a tree no storm can uproot. How does this look in today's world? Consider someone scrolling social media. They see others with more money, better looks, greater success. They feel small. Self-doubt rises. But what if they stepped into the mindset of the Übermensch? Instead of asking, "Am I as good as them?" they would ask, "What is uniquely mine? What values do I choose to live by?" Maybe their strength is creativity. Maybe it is resilience. Maybe it is empathy. These are not lesser strengths. They are unique, and once claimed, they become anchors. Confidence is born not from being better than others, but from living so fully in your chosen values that comparison loses its grip. Of course, Nietzsche knew this path was not easy. The Übermensch must face resistance, both from within and without. From within, the voice of self-doubt, the echo of conditioning, the fear of standing alone. From without, criticism, misunderstanding, even rejection by the herd. But this struggle is the forge. Just as fire tempers steel, resistance tempers confidence. Every time you reject borrowed values and affirm your own, you strengthen the muscles of self-trust. The Übermensch is not born. It is built, and it is built through the daily courage to say, "This is who I am. This is what I stand for," even if no one else understands. Now, let us bring this philosophy back to your storm. The storm of insecurity in a competitive, comparison-driven world. The storm says, "Look at them. You are not enough." Nietzsche's Übermensch replies, "I am not here to be them. I am here to be me." This is the heart of unshakable confidence. Not to eliminate fear, not to impress others, but to live so fully, in alignment with your self-created values that no storm can uproot you. Confidence is not performance. It is truth lived without apology. Now comes the practice. Nietzsche was not offering a distant ideal. He was giving you a challenge. For the next 7 days, take a journal. Each day, write down one personal strength that is uniquely yours. Not a borrowed strength, not a comparison, but something that sets you apart. Maybe it is your patience. Maybe it is your curiosity. Maybe it is your ability to listen, to endure, to create, to imagine. Each day, reflect. How does this strength shape my path? How can I live more fully in alignment with it? By the end of the week, you will have a map of your authenticity, a reminder that you are not here to mirror others, but to stand rooted in your own soil. Nietzsche's Übermensch is not a distant fantasy. It is a call to rise above the storm of comparison and to build a life on the bedrock of your own values. Confidence, then, is not something you wait for. It is something you create. And the moment you begin living authentically, choosing your values, embracing your unique strengths, you step closer to becoming the Übermensch. The storm of insecurity will always rage. But remember this: the stronger your roots, the calmer you stand. So ask yourself now, what is one strength that no storm can take from me? In answering that question, you begin your path to unshakable confidence. You begin to master your storm.